Gabin.
This dog named Gabin spent the first 6 years of his life surrounded by sweetness and affection. But his owner, a loving old lady, has passed away.
Descends, Gabin.
There is now nobody to take care of him. As is often the case in such situations, the family has decided to take him to an SPA shelter.
Come on, Gabin, come on.
When they arrive here, the animals are often traumatized. Overnight, they've lost the love of their owner. For a dog, this attachment is their whole life, their reason for existing. They live for their human companions. The most faithful of animals takes the risk of loving the most unfaithful of species, even when it makes them suffer. How will Gabin get over having been abandoned in this strange place? Will he find a new owner to love? By following in his footsteps in this place where our canine friends fall in and out of love on a daily basis, we will tell the story of this extraordinary mechanism that has allowed man's best friend to maintain trust in us for almost 30,000 years. Gabin's new life starts here. He is surrounded by unfamiliar sounds and odors.
Oh, you're so cute, aren't you? What's your name, little fella?
And I need your signature on this receipt. 1, 2, 3.
Gabin is disoriented. In the reception area, some dogs are being adopted, others abandoned.
Yes, I know, but we can't keep you with the baby.
With the removal of this collar, Gabin loses the last connection to his former owner. Now he's like the other dogs in the shelter. He has no owner and no home. Gabin discovers this new world from a dog's field of vision, covering 250 degrees, much wider than our own. These pens don't look very welcoming, but are essential to ensure the hygiene and safety of the dogs. At this time of year, the shelter is full. 150 dogs live here. Gabin is going to have to share his living space from now on. It's the same ritual with every new lodger. They need to find a roommate who will accept their presence. First, he tries this Beauceron cross. Why do dogs always sniff each other's butts? Sex, race, right down to the diet, the two dogs sniff each other's rear ends like humans might swap business cards. These two are clearly not made for each other. Like most dogs, Gabin has spent longer living with humans than with his own species. Being adopted, even by his own kind, is no easy task. He tries again with this hunting dog named Bunker.
C'est ça, tirer mon chien. Oui, c'est ça, tirer. Oui, c'est bien. Voilà, oui le copain. Eh, Bunker? C'est ça?
Bunker is older than Gabin. He developed a habit when he was with his owner. He continually moved things around the house. Because his owner couldn't train him, he gave him up. Bunker has been here for 6 months. There is no special friendship between Gabin and Bunker. Bunker is only interested in one thing: finding a new home. Gabin looks distraught. What is he feeling right now? His behavior speaks for itself. That's how he shows his sadness. All these strange new smells aren't helping. His sense of smell is 10,000 times more acute than our own, and he cannot find any scent he recognizes or finds comforting here. The air is saturated by worrying odors emitted by other dogs. Gabin is being bombarded on all sides by these pheromones. He's stressed and worried.
No, Bunker. Go over there.
Nothing appeals to Gabin tonight. In human terms, this would be diagnosed as depression. Sometimes dogs even pine away and die after losing their owner. The risk then is that he might become desocialized and refuse to form a bond. After 6 years of constant love and emotional security, will Gabin come through? In fact, it's essential. It's a matter of urgency. In this shelter, dogs are usually adopted after around 1 month. Beyond that point, there's a high chance the dog won't be able to return to normal behavior and will be here forever, like Bunker.
Allez, Gabin, jump. Yay.
It's Gabin's second day at the shelter. Every new arrival is checked over. Many dogs are injured when they arrive here after being mistreated. This is not the case for Gabin. His pain is emotional, his wounds invisible. Right now, he is in turmoil. These gestures trigger part of his nervous system. His neurons can establish up to 10,000 connections between themselves and release chemicals that activate reactions such as fear. Or, as in this instance, pleasure.
Hold still, hold still.
After the vet, it's time for a photo session.
All this for Gabin. What's going on, Gabin? Huh? No, hold still.
His picture will be used to try and find someone to adopt him. But Gabin has no idea what's going on. But he's getting a lot of attention right now. This highly empathetic human voice triggers an essential physiological reaction in him and releases a chemical called dopamine. The release of this neurotransmitter leads to feelings of pleasure, which means Gabin is enjoying the moment. As she talks to him, the director of the shelter reassures him and gradually revitalizes the pleasure he experiences at this critical link between humans and dogs. But this attention is not yet enough to appease his overwhelming feeling of being abandoned. It will take time for Gabin to trust people once again. It's been a week since Gabin arrived at the shelter, and so far nobody has expressed an interest in adopting him. At the same time, every morning, he sees his roommates start to get excited. Gabin is gradually understanding the rituals of this new world, which Bunker knows like the back of his paw. Bunker has been here longer than most other dogs at the shelter. And he knows how to put his burglary skills to good use. On the other side of the trapdoor, Bunker is now a little bit closer to the treasure they are all after. It's time for breakfast, and he's drooling with impatience.
Salut ma fille! Et voilà!
If he wants to get out of here, Gabin has to adapt, both to his temporary companions and to the routines of this new world.
Here, Gabin. There's a good boy.
Oui, c'est bien, mon petit.
There's a good boy.
This woman is here to help him. She's the director of the shelter and has been taking care of him since he arrived.
Oh,
Give me your paw. What a sweetie you are, Gabin. Little Gabin, what a cutie.
Petit Gabin.
Gabin is reassured by her regular presence. Gradually, he's finding his way back to being a sociable animal. A few days later, Gabin discovers what the dogs at the shelter like best: a walk in the forest.